All right. So finally, we're back. I haven't done a stream in a while on this channel, but I'm going to be doing more streams hopefully here in the next couple weeks. I'd like to get to the point. I'd like to get to the point where I'm actually doing a stream, a new video or a new stream every single day, if I can. Because what I was doing, and the reason I wasn't doing a lot of videos on this channel, streams on this channel, was because I was playing video games and not making video games. But the whole point of this channel is to really talk about game development and to really show my point of view, how I've came from not really knowing much about game development at all, which is where I am right now, to hopefully getting to the point where I can actually, work on my own game and kind of get, some progress made on my own game. So, that's the goal. And I was playing too many video games instead of working on video games. And I'm a software developer, so it's hard to work all day at code and come home. And anyways, just a little bit of a rundown from where I was, and hopefully where I'm going in this channel is that we'll be putting up a lot more content and making more stuff regarding Unreal Engine. I know I talked, one of my videos on this channel is about Unity, and I've always gone back and forth on whether I should be using Unreal or Unity, and I always liked Unreal Engine. I always thought it was just so powerful, and there's so many things in it does really well. But I always thought the engine itself was a little bit, excuse me, burp, a little bit more difficult to learn, for one thing, and also just it's a little slow. You're always constantly loading shaders and stuff, and just slow to load projects, slow, stuff like that, which can be kind of annoying. And Unity, being a newer game engine, didn't really have those types of issues, smaller footprint. But when Epic Games came out with Unreal Engine 5, and I saw the video for that, I was like, you know what, I think I always deep down I knew I'd end up doing more stuff in Unreal, just because I've always liked the company. I've always liked Tim. I've been a user of the Unreal Engine all the way back since Unreal Engine 2.0, I think. I mean, well, it might not have even been the Unreal Engine at that point. I was using the Unreal Engine 2 like level editor in Unreal Tournament 1999 edition, Game of the Year edition. I was creating levels and stuff, and I think it was Unreal Engine maybe 3, where actually it was the UDK. It was the Unreal Unreal Engine Development Kit or whatever. Anyways, so the content this video is all about is, Epic Games came out with a Metahuman kind of creation tool, which allows you to create very high quality character models with textures and with a rig already applied to them. And it gives you the tools to kind of manipulate these existing ones and try to come up with your own. A really cool tool. I thought it'd be fun to kind of show how it works. And I just learned how it worked today. So you're basically, my experience isn't going to be too in deep, but I'm just going to show you guys kind of the basics. And so you can go to actually, first off, to get access, just do a search for the early access to Metahuman Creator is now available. You can go to this page here, and then, it talks about it. And I think I went all the way down. I said, find out more. And it took me to this page. And you're going to go down, you're going to get this link where it says request early access. And once you click on this, it's going to actually, hold on a second. I had to clear my throat. I had a frog in my throat or something. So you're basically click this. It's going to send, it's going to send you an email, and you just go into your email, and you'll get it right away, and you basically accept, and you'll get access pretty quick. It'll just take a few minutes. So it's not like they have to approve it or something, anything crazy like that. So go ahead and do that. Now I've already done this, so I've already got it, obviously. So we're going to go here. We're going to click the Metahuman, UnrealEngine.com. Please hold while we connect to the Metahuman Creator, and it's going to set up the session. Coca-Cola. Takes a few seconds. Let's see, I think I do have the Unreal Engine running, yeah. So we'll get back to this in a little bit, and I'll touch base on 5.0 as well, just a little. Put a little background music in here. I was getting a little bit quiet. Please wait while the application loads. This can take a couple of minutes. Now, they'll only give you one session per user, so if you start up another tab and try to go in, it won't let you do it. If you close this one down, it takes a few minutes for them to shut down your session before you'll be able to go back in. So once you open it up, don't let it time out if you really want to get stuff done. All right, so we're gonna go here, and we're gonna say create Metahuman. These my Metahumans are the ones I've already created. And one of those I really didn't do anything with. I just kind of picked. But so it gives you the option to choose a starting point. So they have different characters, and you just want to pick one that you want to kind of use as your starting point. So let's do. They don't really have one thing I don't like is they don't have a lot of like younger looking character models. They're all like, adults. It'd be nice if they would have had some younger ones. We're going to start off with Cooper. Actually, I changed my mind. We're not going to do that. We're going to start off with Bernice. We're going to click the next button. It's going to go through a little bit of like a video it's playing to show you that, she's rigged. They've got a little video they've done. But to actually make changes to it, to change the face here on the left, the hair, the body type, and all that stuff, we got to click stop. Okay, once we do that, now what we're going to do, what I like to do is the blend option, which is really fun. We're going to go blend, and then we're going to pick other characters, and we're going to use all these other characters as a reference, and we're going to blend the features of these people together to create something totally different. So this one. Yeah, we'll go this one. All right, now once you click the blend, now you have these little reference points on her face here. You just want to select one of them, and it's going to, this is going to be more like eyebrows. So if I grab this and move it, see how it's affecting her eyebrow? Now what it's doing is I'm moving it up, so it's basically mixing this character and this character together to create something. It's taking my eyebrow and this eyebrow and kind of, merging them in a way, blending them together. Of course, if I take this and I go this way, then it's going to be like an amalgam of all three of these. And if I were to go that way, all three of these. If I went straight down, it'd be all three of these. So you can just kind of move it around and see what you like. Here, let's do this. You can see it's changing. I kind of like this one. I don't really like any of them, to be honest, but I like that one the best. Now we're going to go to the nose. Okay. I like that one the best. Although none of these noses are that great. And of course, we can change it at any time, which I'm going to do. We're going to take this and we're going to grab her nose. Oh, it looks like yeah. Lips. Now, there's other stuff we can get to later. Now, these are just kind of like over Full Sail changes. And again, I like this top node, this one the best. And we're going to see. Fine. Let's do the eyes. I actually like them up a little. That's all I'm really going to do. These character faces are all fairly similar, so we're not going to get too many things going on there. So let's go to skin. All right, and get out of the blend. And there we go. It's not moving. Yeah, there's all the hotkey reference here on the right side, so it shows you kind of like how to move around. Like Alt middle mouse is going to pan. Alt right mouse. I don't know how Alt right mouse is going to zoom. That's weird. I guess it's kind of an odd way to zoom, but yeah. Right mouse click is just sets the focus point, so it kind of centers. So if you wanted to center more on her ear, or the focus point kind of rotates to that. So that's pretty cool. Right here. That's kind of neat. All right, so if you go to if you go to the texture, you'll get a lot of variations in the skin textures this way. There's a lot. You just have to kind of slide through here, and as you can see, there's just a lot of options. I mean, there's stuff here where you're seeing like a beard shadow, which is kind of creepy on a woman, obviously. So this is like, and here's like an older looking face. Just all kinds of stuff. And there's a really sickly looking one. What was it? This one right. I'm going to go all the way back to, let's see. Here we go. Nice, clean, younger looking face. Now we're going to go to the eyes. And these are more just, the color. You can get some interesting little variations. that. Teeth. Oh wow, I've never played with the teeth before. This is pretty cool. You can add space between her teeth. That's awesome. You can give her like a, make her jaw like uneven. That's crazy. Tooth color, wow. We're gonna brighten her teeth up a little bit because they were really yellow. Okay, makeup. You can see there's different makeups. I'm gonna go with this one. Okay, head. Now we go into the head and we're gonna basically get some hairstyles. Of course, all this stuff is done in the cloud, so. He looks a little bit like Fairuza Balk. Same nose, similar lips. Don't like her chin, though. Let's go back to blend. Do not like... How do I do it? Blend. Chin. I don't really like... No, none of these chins are... Okay, we're going to have to do it outside of here. Okay. So if we go to Sculpt... Now, if we go to Sculpt, let's actually change our hairstyle, too. So let's go back to Preview, and we're going to go to Head. And we're going to pick a hairstyle that lets me... I kind of like this hairstyle with her, but we're just going to pick one that gets her hair a little bit out of the way so we can see her face. Actually, this hairstyle looks pretty good. And again, she really does look like Fairuza Balk. If you guys don't know who Fairuza Balk is. Wasn't trying to make her look like Fairuza Balk. Let's see. Here, let's see if we can get a picture of it. Open image, new tab. Oh, anyways, I was trying to shrink this window. It's being a pain in the butt. What do you think? She does look a little bit like... See, I knew her nose is very similar. Lips kind of similar. Her eyes are a little bit not right. But we can go into Sculpt, and we can change all that. Right? I don't know if there's an undo, though. Not sure. It almost looks like her chin's not... Like, this part of her chin's higher than that part. Guess what I did? Yeah, interesting. I don't know if there's... And I don't know much about the sculpting mode. Ooh. There are some quick hotkeys here. One thing is that the head looks... Whenever I look at these models, the head looks too big. I mean, look at her head. It looks huge. Like, that head is way too big for this body. Now, if we go to the tall, still her head's too big. I don't know what's going on with her head. So there is undo and redo. Control Z, Control Y. All right, so beard, mustache type, tops, and then it just goes into like, various tops you can put on her. So we'll go, and then you can actually add color to it as well. Although the gray actually looks kind of good. Let's go with the bottom, and we're gonna go here, and primary color. All right, that doesn't look too bad. And shoes, of course, we got to give her the boots and black. Pink laces, why not? Top. Oops. Okay. All right, and let's go back to the head. Change the hair. Yeah, they don't have a lot of hairstyles yet, but obviously they'll continue to be adding more. So. She doesn't look very happy, does she? Anyway, so now you've got a character, right? So what you want to do is, and I got to remember, so all changes are saved in the cloud, right? So now what we're going to need to do is open up Unreal Engine, right? Because we want to import this into Unreal Engine. So I'm going to go into Unreal Engine and I'm going to launch 4.26, and we're just going to create like an empty level. All right, we're going to say new project. Okay, select or create new. We're going to go games next, and we're just going to do a blank project next. And we're fine with just whatever, blueprint, whatever. Choose the performance characteristics, blueprint. And we're going to put it in D Unreal Projects, and we're going to call it, her name is Bernice, so we're just going to say Bernice. Now, the one thing that's really interesting is that I've downloaded the Unreal Engine 5 preview, and it is awesome. It runs better. It loads the game better. It loads scenes faster. It's so much better than Unreal Engine 4. And they finally, and I've asked for this for a long time, they finally redesigned the editor. So if you look at the editor here, all these buttons, it's got these big-ass buttons, and these ugly tabs, and this ugly, like, striped-looking candy cane texture up here. It's just, it's just not a... It's not a very pretty looking, it's not a very nice looking UI. Okay. All right, so it's saying there's some actor palette, actor sequence, experimental. It's just saying there's some new plugins that I don't have enabled, which is fine. So now we've got the basic scene, created. We've got it open. Now we're going to go back to, we have our character, right here. Still not happy with her face. She looks like a really angry kid or something. Let's go back to blend, and we're going to grab oof, that didn't look too good, did it? Change her lips there. It's a little better. She doesn't look quite so angry. We're going to go to head. sure if I can tell that that's doing a whole lot. Okay. So now we've got our character changes made. We've got them saved. We got our Unreal project created. Now we're going to go to Qixel Bridge. So you have to install Qixel Bridge if you haven't already. Just look for Unreal Engine Qixel Bridge. Make sure you get the latest version. But Qixel Bridge will also let you import megascans as well. You can see here, I've got all these. These are all just like, megascans that, megascans now works with Qixel Bridge and Unreal Engine. It's totally free. So you get all these amazing free stuff from megascans, which is awesome. I mean, like, it's amazing, right? Look at all this stuff. Totally free. Look at this. Look at these assets. All this stuff, right? Super cool. So we're gonna go over here on the left side. We see metahumans, right? Click metahumans. Okay, and we're gonna click on my metahumans, and it's going to find the ones I've created. Okay, here's the first one I created here, which she turned out pretty good. The one that we just created now probably looks pretty similar. Now, for some reason, it doesn't always show up right away, and I'm not sure why. So it's like, see how it's not there, and I don't know if there's like a resyncing going on, or if it takes a while for the one you've worked on to completely refresh up there. Like, I don't think you have to do anything here. You can see all changes are saved. So let's just go back to maybe this front page. And let's go back to here. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to close out. And I'm going to reopen the Qixel Bridge. Because last time when this happened, I think I just closed it and reopened it, and it showed up. Hey, what's up, Sorab? Dude, I didn't even know you were subscribed to this channel. I'm going to go back to the metahumans. My metahumans. There she is. So this time she refreshed. And now we go back to good old Bernice here. And we can download different versions. Now, when it says download, I'm not really sure where it's going on the hard drive, because what we really care about is exporting this character model into Unreal Engine. So right now, we can do 8K, 2K, 1K, but the problem is it takes so long. You gotta unsubscribe, Sarah. But I'm just gonna do the 1K because it's a really slow process. So we're gonna download, and I think all it really does is, I'm not sure if this is actually really downloading. I think it's really generating everything. It's like, you can see here, see it says generating. So I'm not sure if it's putting it in my local hard drive somewhere before it exports to Unreal Engine. I'm assuming that's what's happening. That's why the button says downloading, but I don't really know where it goes. And I actually have searched and I haven't found it. So I'm going to have to Google that, see where this actual model is being generated at. And it takes a while. That's why I picked the 1K. Like, it'll take like 5 minutes. If you do the 8K, it'll take like 10 minutes. But basically, we're going to go back into the Unreal Engine, and if you look at content, right now we just have starter content here. But once we export that, it'll come into this project, and we'll see it down here as should show up as Metahuman. We also need to double check the name of our project. What did I call it? We called it Bernice, right? So when we go back into Qixel Bridge, we need to make sure that our export settings are correct. Actually, they have the download settings there. Let's take a look at these download settings. So this is just saying, oh, it's actually FBX as well, which is really cool. That means we could probably pull this into the Poser program, this other program that I can't think of the name of it off the top of my head, but it's another program that we'll try to see if that program also works with these models. That'd be really cool to see, because we can add animations. But let's go back to the export settings, and we want to make sure that we have the right engine version. We have to navigate to the actual plugin folder. So you want to go to wherever your programs, the Unreal Engine is installed. For me, it's E drive. I'm not going to navigate, but I don't want to change the path. But it's E programs, Epic Games, UE24, and then it just says like engine/plugins. See here, down here it even says engine plugins. Once you got to point to the engine plugins, that way it can find the metahumans, and then you have to point to your default project, which is Unreal Projects Metahumans. That's actually wrong. That was the last time I did this. So we're gonna have to change this guy. We're going to go Unreal Projects, and we're just going to Bernice, right? Because Bernice is the new project we just created. You can see the name up here at the top right, Bernice. And when we export from Qixel Bridge, it's going, you see it's 25% done generating. It'll export into that project. I liked my first model best, this one on the right. She came out pretty cool. So Sorov, if you haven't seen this, if you go back into Metahuman, super cool. We can create some character models here while we wait for the other one to export. You can basically do like tray here, right? We're going to pick him, and then we're going to click next. We're going to click blend, and we're going to mix him with this guy, and this guy. Let's see how this turns out. So this is affecting his nose. It's mixing it with the nose from the guy above. So. All right. Can't really see what's going on here because he's got his beard. Let's do. Look at those shoes. Oh, man. All right, let's go back to Qixel Bridge. Actually, notice how as I was working on that other character model, it automatically updates to the cloud, and Qixel Bridge picks it up. You can see it says tray down here. It hasn't gotten all the information from it yet, but it actually picks it up instantly. So, and there's the one that we were just working on a second ago. But right now we're still generating the download of all the files for this one. And of course it'll, when it's done, this button will change from generating to export. I wonder, how do you delete one here and delete this guy? Delete. I don't like this one either. Deleted those two, and now if we go back, they should. I wonder if they'll just disappear out of here. Not yet, apparently. Now it's done generating, now it's downloading. So this was just the 1K resolution. So the 8K would have taken like infinitely longer. And the funny part is I have a pretty fast internet connection and I have a very fast computer. So, but you have to think about it this way. If you had to create your own character model with a rig and with textures and clothing and all that stuff, imagine how long it would take you. Of course, there you can customize it exactly how you want it. But they do plan to keep adding more and more character models, more and more metahuman presets and stuff into into it. So eventually you should have enough to where you can create. But again, this is all just people, like humans. You know, what would be really cool with metahumans is if they started adding stuff like trolls and ogres and kobolds and stuff that really people could use for different types of video games. That would be very cool. There's also there's also an app you can install on your phone or like your laptop that allows you to interface your facial expressions with the character in the Unreal Engine, and it's called Live Link Face. I'll show you really quick kind of how that works too, just for fun. Okay, so we are done. Now we're going to export. Exporting to Unreal Engine, export successful. Now when we switch back to Unreal Engine, notice it's importing. So we exported the character model. It knew to export it to the open instance of Unreal Engine. That's the way Qixel Bridge works. And since we mapped it to the right project name, it knew which project. Now it's going to say we're missing some plugins, which is expected. And we're just going to say, when it's done doing all its little messages here, we'll go ahead and just say enable missing. Enable missing. You can see it's still importing, still building meshes and stuff. So this is the one thing that's really interesting is that Unreal Engine 4.26 is still slow. I mean, it's still like loading projects and stuff is really slow. Once we get done doing all this, I'm going to show you Unreal Engine 5, the early preview, and it is so much faster. And it looks so much nicer too. And we're going to have to restart. Save selected, which is what's expected. When you do this, it's in the documentation. It pretty much states that this will happen. Okay, now we go down and now we can see in our content browser we have the Metahuman folder. We can open it up. We've got Bernice. One thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Bernice here and where is it? Loading Bernice. She's still not done loading yet. Computing closet guides and weights. Closest guides. Looks good. Look at that. Really good. All right, so we got Bernice. Now we're gonna drag Bernice in the world. Now notice she's got hair, but when I let go, okay, it's still there. I was having, oh, there it disappeared. I'm having, this is also, I think, another known issue where the hair tends to disappear. I'm gonna press the E key so I can rotate her. Okay, and then we're just gonna pan up or just rotate up a little bit here. So it's still compiling shaders, so that'll fix some of these. Like you can see, like the texture for the shoe just popped in. But we're gonna go to Bernice. Gotta remember how to fix this. I know how to. I did it before, but I gotta remember it. It's that's not it. This you have to open it. Open up the character here. Open up the model into this window here, and you can see we have this LOD sync on the left side. We've got basically this is the structure of the model, and you know the feet and the hair and the eyebrows and all that. You got to click this LOD sync. I'm going to go over to the right, and we want to change forced LOD not from -1. We want to change that to 0. And presto, my hair shows up. I don't know why that fixes that, but it does. And we still have to wait for all the shaders. I think a lot of the reason why people don't like Unreal Engine is it is a little slow because it's always rebuilding the lighting, it's always loading the shaders, but it's super powerful. And there aren't too many engines where you can just go in and have a skybox and sounds and all that created just almost instantly. Oh yeah, let's go ahead and change this. 5 link target. Her eyes still haven't come in. It's like Demon Girl. Demon Girl. And her eyes popped in. Bolt. That's pretty much it. We basically created the character. We were able to create the character model in Metahuman. We were able to change it, manipulate it, customize it. It saves automatically in the cloud. Then we go into the Qixel Bridge, basically download it, generate all the textures and everything it needs. Then we export it. We just have to make sure that the export settings are correct, that they are pointing to the right project that we currently have open in Unreal Engine, and that we have it pointing to the right version of the Unreal Engine into the plugins folder. Once we do all that, it imports fine, and you can see there we go. And there's our character. And keep in mind, this is the 1K version. I didn't even export the 8K version, which would be a much better detail. You know, pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I wish I could get the link face working, but for some reason it's not recognizing my my device. I probably missed a step. Anyways, but that's it for this stream. I just want to show you guys how you could do that. It's actually pretty cool. I should be doing some more streams on various Unreal Engine content. Actually, I did want to show one more quick thing. I'm going to close this down. And we'll just say save selected. We're going to close this. We're going to close down Qixel Bridge. We're going to close it. We'll leave Metahuman open. Okay, so we go to the Unreal Engine and we go to the library here. You can see I have 4.26 installed and 5 installed. But I want to show you the difference and how fast Unreal Engine 5. You want to go in here and select Unreal Engine 5 Early Access and just click Launch. And I don't know if you guys remember how long it took me just to launch the, 2.6, but it took a little while. Watch how fast 5 launches. Now it's a game engine, so it's not going to launch instantly. Well, I thought it was faster than this. Did I? Okay. There it goes. Man, normally it's a little bit quicker than that. But anyways. Okay, 9%. But look how quick it's loading, 35%. I remember the first time I ever ran Unreal Engine, it took forever just to open up the editor. I mean, first time I ran like the Unreal Engine 4, I used to run 3 and stuff way back in the day, but honestly, it was so long ago, I don't even remember how fast it loaded, how long it took to load. Now look at the difference, though. Look at the difference in the UI, right? Okay, so the other one was it completely looked different. So now we have recent projects, we have game projects. It's so much nicer, project creation wizard. Okay, film and video, live events. You've got in camera, you got virtual production, blank, DMX, architecture, collab view, archivist, HoloLens, blank, automotive product design. Okay, it's really cool product configurator. And then they also have right here, whether you want starter content, ray tracing, and all these settings. You can create a project. You can always go back and manipulate it and change it. Go to a game project. Let's say we want like a third-person project. We'll just call it my project. And we're gonna do a target platform, desktop, blueprints, and maximum quality. And we're gonna include the starter content. Let's do vehicle advanced. Let's try this one. I've never tried this one. Let's see how long it takes to create this vehicle advanced project. Looks like the starter content takes quite a while to load. It is pretty big, the starter content. Now, but look how much nicer Unreal Engine 5 is. The UI is so much better. It's got this beautiful, you don't have those big ugly buttons anymore. You've got these nice smaller buttons, which you are used to seeing in, in game engines, I can't move. Okay, well, apparently that project doesn't work. It looks like it needs a controller, and I don't have a controller plugged in, so that's probably all it is. But anyways, like I said, it's just a much nicer looking, UI. Here's the content browser. It's just, oh my goodness, it's just a really professional looking interface. I really like what they've done with the, and even here, the selection, the rotation, selecting scale. Yeah, cycle transfer gives a coordinate system between world and local. Not sure what this is. Okay, surface snapping. And then here you have your brush editing effects. Activate fracture. Ooh, I don't even know what fracture editing is. Activate mesh painting editing mode. Paint, swap, fill, apply, import. I wonder if we just, let's say file new. Can we do new project? New project. Is there like a, well, you can't really model. The one thing, Unreal Engine isn't for modeling, so it's more about, using what you've already created. But that's why I'm kind of intrigued with this mesh painting editing tool, because I wouldn't think that would even be an Unreal Engine. Like, let's say we go to a blank level. See how long this takes. It's just the starter content that takes a little while. And now we go into this tool right here, right? Paint. Paint is applied to all level of detail. So all LOD maps get it. Yeah, I do not know how this works. I've never done this. Doesn't seem to be painting. I'm gonna have to watch a tutorial on that. Anyways, that's all for this stream, guys. Next time I'll try to come up with something. I don't know what I'll do on the next stream, but we'll come up with something interesting. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys are having a great, happy Friday.